Skip at school. What are we gonna do? Do some drugs? Make out with my girlfriend? Who's also doing drugs? Well, I should at least wash the floor. I already told Saber to come here in a little while. I always do the minimum cleaning necessary, but it's been a few years since I last had a contest with someone. It'd be impolite to the dojo and Saber if I don't at least clean the floor. But man, I wonder what she'll make me do. I fought Kuritsugu a few times with Shinai's, but neither of us considered form, and it was more like amateurs beating each other up. Never intended to take kendo seriously, and I was only taught what to do if an opponent had a long weapon. Anyways, I wasn't good at using things to fight. I'm only interested in making and fixing. In that regard, this is the first time I will be seriously studying swordsmanship. It seems Saber's style is different from kendo, but it should have some similarities, and it shouldn't be so confusing that I can't follow it. I hear the door. Saber must have arrived on time. That's good, as I just finished cleaning too. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'll be learning here starting today. What is it, Shiro? You look like you're surprised at something. Oh, well, I'm surprised because you're still in those clothes. I thought you'd be in the other outfit. We're training with swords, and my image of Saber fighting is in that armor, so I selfishly imagined that. I see. If you wish for me to be armed, I can be. You are correct. I was not thinking. Even though it is only a match, it is impolite to Shiro not to wear my armor. I'm sorry, I will change right away. Oh, no, that's not it. It's fine. It was just a misunderstanding. If you ask me, I prefer this outfit to the armor. Huh? But this appearance does not satisfy you, right? Satisfy? Well, it certainly doesn't look like we're going to be having a match now, but it shouldn't be a problem if that's easy to move in. You'd get tired, too, if you wear that armor. That is true, but is it not strange for me to use a sword with this appearance? Why? It looks good on you, so there's nothing strange about it. I think you look better in that than the armor. I fail to understand. These clothes are certainly light, but they would not be able to withstand a fight. That rhymed. I believe Saber should release a rap album, a bebop. I believe this outfit is unsuitable for a Saber. Don't fight in that outfit, stupid. You're a girl, and those clothes suit girls, so it's fine. Well, I don't know why she blushed at that. Well, I put the rag I was using into the bucket and take 2 shinais down from the wall. Well, so what kind of training should we be doing? I'll let you decide, so you can give me anything. I toss a shinai to Saber. Oh, she's blushing. Hardcore. Blush, blush, blush. Saber cashes the shinai as if she's distracted and looks at me. What? You can't use shinai? Don't tell me to use solid wood swords. No, real swords. What? A Spartan? That's well beyond what I expected. No, there's no need for that. Since these are excellent imitation swords for practice, let us use them. Saber takes a deep breath quietly, and she's back to her usual self. Thank God, it's too dangerous to fight with a solid wood sword. So, what should I do? Will we start with strength building exercises like swinging the sword 500 times or running? I do not think there is any need for that. Even from what I've seen, your strength is up to standards. If you wish to train your body even more, that would not be impossible. That would not be possible in a day or two. You are unskilled as a magus, but I do not think you are that bad as a warrior. You must have trained hard from a young age. Well, it was the only thing I was good at. You could train your body even if you don't have the talent as a magus. That must be good fortune. The result of your effort was not dying when Lancer attacked you. But it is not something that you can rely on. Humans have limits. Your body is a long way from those limits, and it would be difficult to overcome them anyway. So the only thing I will be teaching you is fighting. What do you mean, just fighting? From the way you said it, it doesn't sound like you'll be teaching me how to fight. Of course not. Battle techniques cannot be acquired overnight. The only thing I can do is have my master experience as many battles as possible. In the first place, I am not good at teaching, so it would only be troubling if you asked for my guidance. Hello? When she says that so proudly as a student, I don't know how to reply. So, in short, we're just going to fight. Yes, that is it, Master. No stopping our hits, and let us fight as if trying to kill each other. Well, that's hardcore. Oh, she's holding a kendo stick, a shinai. That's good. Let me see. I believe you will understand what it is like in about an hour. All thumbnail material right here. That actually... I like that. That looks pretty cool. Saber lightly grips the shinai, ready to start. Still not understanding, I follow Saber's example and grab the shinai. As soon as I do so... Oh, he got hit, didn't he? The world turns upside down. In short, Saber is only trying to teach me one thing. The truth that no matter what I do, no matter what scheme I come up with, I cannot ever beat someone I have no chance against. Ow! This is broken, I'm sure. It would be much more swollen if it were broken. It is a bad bruise, but it should heal quickly for you. Ah, I see. Alright, then let's continue a bit more. Are we going to continue, Shiro? It is indeed only a bruise, but it is not something you can move immediately. What are you saying when you're the one beating my arm mercilessly? Alright, if you're not up to it, I'll take this. Opening. It doesn't work, of course. Please listen to me, you are definitely fatigued. Training will be useless in such a state, so we should take a rest. But it's shameful to be beaten so badly when you're going easy on me. I have to at least make you raise a brow or something, or I'll be too vexed to collapse. If you ask for a surprise, I am already more than surprised. I thought you were stubborn, but I did not believe that it was to this extent. Sorry, I just hate losing. Smug Saber. Yes, I understand well enough. Anyways, we will take a break, so please put down your shinai. The floor is slippery with sweat. We are not imitating a fight in an extreme situation, and it is meaningless to fight in such a fatigued condition. Why? Battle practice usually assumes the worst situation, right? Then that is even more meaningless. Listen, Shiro, if you say you are going to fight a servant, it will be meaningless unless you have full power, the best ground, and an escape route prepared. You cannot even be a match to a servant unless everything is perfect. You have already made a mistake when you decide to fight a servant in a poor condition. So, you mean never fight in this kind of situation no matter what? That is correct. If that happens, no miracle will be able to save you, Shiro. Your battle starts with perfecting your condition and fighting the perfect situation. I understand. And I'm sorry, but let me take a rest. I lean against the wall and slide down. I let out the air collected in my lungs. It should be air, but it's burning hot. Ow. While my body is burning with pain, I glance at the clock. It's past 11. We started around 9, so that means we've been doing this for about 2 hours. The first hour was just me getting beat up. Saber's blows would suddenly strike me and I'd faint slightly. I'd wake up and just when I thought I'd be careful next time, I'd be knocked out again. Anyways, I was beaten up repeatedly. It may be because my body got used to it or my power came out from anger, but I can now manage to block the first blow. The problem was, after that, well, after being shown such a skill difference, can a human readily attack back? You demon. The answer is, I get knocked out the instant I shrink back. After that is like a mouse cornered by a rat. If I am to be knocked out no matter how I block a blow, all I can do is get desperate and attack. But of course, it's easily deflected and I'm knocked out. But when I get used to that as well... Oh, damn it. I start to gain the composure to think something like that, and the instincts that let me understand I'll be dead the next second become keener. People usually call this being in the zone. So then I frantically went into defense. The instincts that tell me I'll be knocked out if that blow hits come at me in numbers, so as a living being, it's only natural for me to avoid it. I would manage to elude Saber's barrage of attacks, but I would take a fatal blow while I'm waiting for an opening to counter. And I'd stand up and think that I can manage longer this time. From time to time, I would attack thinking it'd be the best attack if I'm doomed anyways. The 2 hours were just spent repeating that process over and over. I don't know if I could get any stronger doing this. I think this is just a match to help me get used to fighting, so that I won't panic or get too relaxed in front of an enemy. I'm just teaching my body that it's always one mistake away from death. But still, if you ask me, this is meaningless. It is... But still, if you ask me if this is meaningless, it is not. As I have no weapons, I believe this tension is the thing I have to value the most. Oh, kawaii Saber. Well done. Are you hurting anywhere, Shiro? Before I realize it, Saber is right beside me. I'm so sweaty that I'm dripping onto the floor, but Saber is not even sweating. It's harder to find a part that's not hurting. If you are really merciless, Saber, if things are this one-sided, it's actually more refreshing. I'll be honest here. 100% of this is me being a poor loser. Yes, I adjusted to your level, but tried to show you no mercy. It would not be a battle if I allowed myself the luxury of consideration. Right. Thanks to that, I can now calmly deal with an unchained Doberman. Though, it's not gonna... So, does Shiro just compare it to a dog? Okay. Though, it's not good enough if it's just a Doberman. I guess I still need more training. I review my actions. I thought I trained my body to be above average, but it's pitiful for me to give up after only 2 hours of fighting with Saber. No, that is not true. Your attacks were made with all your heart, and they were powerful. Something I forgot to deal with. Sometimes I forget to deal with them because you were so enthusiastic. She admires needless things with gentle eyes. My embarrassment suddenly returns. Until now, we were just people fighting without any notion of boy or girl, but isn't this kind of a surprise attack? Hold on, I'm going to go get some water. Water? Then I will go get some for you, so please rest here. Saber goes to get me some water. Whew, I'm saved. So, just what am I saved from? That's true. It seems he got beat up quite a bit. Oh, since they're drinking water, I'll drink some water as well. I drink the water Saber has brought me. It must still be rest time as Saber is sitting in a polite Japanese style. Hey, it's the same art from before. I think Saber is really beautiful like that. I'm not thinking she's beautiful from a man's perspective, but I feel she is beautiful in front of everyone's eyes. She has melted into the dignified atmosphere of the dojo, and has a quietness free of any conflicts. There is an incongruity with such a girl when such a girl is a servant, and showing such willingness to fight. Right now, only Saber and I are here. This is a good time to ask her something. So, her reason for fighting. I want to know why she seeks the Grail. Wait, this is day 7, right? I want to know about Saber before she became a servant. I want a secret attack. The super move would be great. No, let's not do that. Um... I guess a reason for fighting. I'm trying to think, like, because I'm going by what someone told me in the comments to think like Shiro. And I'm pretty sure Shiro actually, in the Dean route, says this to her, so... yeah. Why does she desire to battle so much? I might be able to understand Saber's mindset if I can find out why she seeks the Holy Grail, the reward of the Grail. But is that really something I can ask her? Saber, can I ask you a question? Yes, what is it, Shiro? It's something I forgot to ask. You're lending me your power because you also want the Holy Grail, right? So, what do you want from it? The reason I seek the Holy Grail? Can it not be because I desire it? The Holy Grail is an almighty vessel. There is no wish that cannot be granted if one possesses it. One needs no reason to seek such a thing. No, that's not what I'm asking. Saber, you're trying not to answer my question, right? Oh, Shiro, that's... I don't want to know the reason you seek it. I want to know what the wish you want granted is. But if you don't want to say, that's fine. My wishes aren't things I can talk about either. Saber closes her mouth awkwardly. Well, it's only natural. Saber didn't form the contract to help me personally, since the only ones who can obtain the Holy Grail are the Masters. She is only helping me to share in the reward. That is why she must be hesitating to tell her wish, and most of all, I myself don't want to hear Saber describe a selfish wish. So I shouldn't have asked. After all, it's rude for a person without a clear wish to ask other people's wishes. Shiro, is that a command as a master? Suddenly, Saber asked the question with a serious expression. No it's not. I didn't intend that. I was just curious about you. Sorry for asking you about it. No. As a servant, I certainly must tell my master my wish. Shiro, I seek the Grail to fulfill an obligation. I want the power of the Grail to accomplish a duty I could not accomplish during my lifetime. Directly, with honest eyes, she says so. Accomplish a duty? During your lifetime? You mean before you became a servant? Yes, but I do not know my true intentions myself. Perhaps I only desire to redo things again. Saber looks down quietly. For a moment, she looks like a repentant lost child. I see, always. Anyways, I'm relieved. I was worried what I should do if you said something like, Tosaka, like your dream is to take over the world. Rin would be mad if she heard that. She's not someone who would say such a thing. She would use the Holy Grail purely for her own belief, but it would not be something that would bring chaos to the world. Really? I think we should never let her have the Grail for a completely different reason. I nod to myself. Saber is watching me with a gentle expression. That's the end of the conversation. It was a subject I should have kept away from. The atmosphere is softened by talk of Tosaka, so let's end this conversation right here. But a small pain remains in my chest. Even though I'm relieved that Saber's wish isn't a vulgar one, I think there's something wrong with that wish of hers. Well, talking has cooled me down, so let's continue with the training. I'm skipping school, so I should acquaint my body with fighting as much as time allows. Saber, let's start. I've rested enough. Is that so? It looks as if you have cooled down, but your pain has not yet gone away, right? I don't care, they're just bruises, so I'll bear a little pain. I can heal automatically now. But there is no point in training if it worsens. I believe we should wait a bit longer and see. Don't worry, I want to finish this before Tosaka gets home. We can't have her see me like this, right? I understand. It is certainly not good to have Reen, our eventual enemy, find out your powers. I believe it is a bit excessive, but if that is the case, let's bring the pace up a little. Saber picks up the Shinai, and then a strange sound echoes through the dojo. Saber? I think that was Saber's stomach. I believe I am hungry. I did not notice since I was so engrossed in training. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, it's lunchtime already. No wonder her stomach has started growling. I'm not that hungry yet, but if Saber's hungry, let's have lunch. It'll be good if my body heals in that time as well. Alright, it's a good time, so let's have lunch. I'll go buy some groceries. You can rest in the living room. Shiro, I shall escort you if you are going outside. It's fine, I'm only going to the shopping district nearby. There's no one who would attack me in the daytime, and we'd rather stand out if you are with me. There is really no danger? No, I'll come right back, so please wait here.